Rappers are refusing to let ASAP Rocky live down his latest viral blunder. Social media erupted over a bizarre wardrobe malfunction and stage tumble during a massive show, prompting fellow artists to roast him mercilessly across various platforms. But stick around to see how the rap star plans to spin this embarrassing fail into a multi-million-dollar business. Play. Picture this: the red carpet at the first ever Formula One Las Vegas Grand Prix. Loud crowd, electric energy, buzzing all around. And right there in the mix, ASAP Rocky is giving an interview, looking like the absolute fashion icon the world knows him to be. He starts to answer a reporter. 2 words in, he freezes, his eyes go wide, his head tilts, and his entire body locks up. He scans the room looking like a man who just heard something that absolutely makes no sense. It completely derails his thoughts, and he asks softly, as if in utter disbelief, wondering if he heard right. What on earth is that? What was that? It was Rihanna's laugh. Just her unmistakable chuckle, echoing from somewhere off camera, cutting right through the deafening roar of the massive Formula One race event. And Rocky, a global superstar who has performed for millions and survived a highly publicized arrest in Sweden, not to mention a high-profile criminal trial, completely loses his cool. Just like that, an 8-second clip from an account called Fenty Cop hit the platform formerly known as Twitter on November 18th, and from there, it was over. The internet did what it always does best. Rocky instantly became the star of a viral meme, freezing mid-sentence the moment he heard his partners laugh from afar. The footage immediately sparked endless jokes online, with commentators highlighting the artist's pure joy upon hearing the mother of his children. Fellow musicians, devoted fans, and major celebrities all had their own hot takes. But here's the thing, nobody was actually dragging him. We were all laughing with him because his reaction was incredibly human, raw, and completely unguarded. It felt like the most genuine thing a major artist has shared online in years. To really understand why this resonated so deeply, you and I have to look at who Rocky actually is. Born Rakeem Athalaston Mayers on October 3rd, 1988, he grew up in the legendary streets of Harlem, a famous zip code that has produced some of the culture's greatest and most influential voices. From day one, he carried himself with an aura that signaled he was destined for global stardom. He has claimed a BET Award, 2 BET Hip Hop Awards, alongside prestigious honors like the Virgil Abloh Award, the Cultural Innovator Honor, and the Fashion Icon Award. This is not a man who gets easily flustered by anyone. He is, consistently, the most effortlessly cool figure in any public space, which is precisely why that viral video works so brilliantly. If true romance means instantly recognizing your partner's signature laugh across a crowded, roaring venue, then Rocky is redefining relationship goals. While chatting with reporters on the red carpet at that historic Las Vegas Grand Prix event, he was gearing up to answer a standard question when a familiar, off-screen chuckle completely stopped him in his tracks. He managed to say, "I believe that," before his eyes widened, scanning the room with sheer, pleasant surprise. "What on earth is that? What was that?" he asked with a massive smile. This was no performance. It was pure reflex. Other artists watching the clip understood immediately. The joke was never about him looking weak or soft. It was about a man being utterly caught, being so deeply in love with someone that their simple giggle derails your entire train of thought is a highly relatable feeling. He just experienced it on a massive, global stage at Formula One's most glamorous event. One observer jokingly speculated that Lewis Hamilton must be nearby, nodding to Rihanna's past connection to the racing superstar. Another posted that the rapper heard her giggle and immediately lost focus, wondering who was keeping his partner entertained. That single post racked up thousands of shares within just a few hours. But as we look closer, a clear pattern emerges with his viral moments. This marked the second time in just as many months that he had completely dominated social media feeds. Back in October, remember that bizarre vomiting paparazzi incident? He could not stop laughing while jogging away from a persistent reporter who struggled to keep up and actually threw up on camera on October 31st. This artist literally made a journalist physically sick from trying to match his pace, all while he casually jogged along laughing, looking entirely unfazed. That was a moment in itself. Then, just weeks later, the Rihanna footage surfaces. As we closed out 2023, He had claimed two massive social media wins in rapid succession, neither having anything to do with music. Both offered us a rare glimpse past his meticulously crafted public persona. As 2023 drew to a close, he delivered what many called a last-minute contender for Meme of the Year, backed by Rihanna's laugh, while you and I watched the drama unfold like a reality show we never knew we needed. But what made that laugh clipstick? What separated it from just being a fleeting celebrity moment that fades in a week was the context surrounding it. Because this wasn't happening in a vacuum. Rocky was in Las Vegas for a major reason, putting his entire life on display that weekend. His career, his brand, and his family. He had staged what commentators called the hottest destination of the Formula One festivities, a massive pop-up event launching his new Puma and Motorsport collection, with Rocky making a wild entrance hanging out of a car window. This was peak Rocky, major business, moves, fashion statements, and relationship goals, all packed into one weekend. Then, Rihanna's laugh broke him. The internet instantly started piecing it together. Fans weren't just laughing at those 8 seconds. They were pulling up all the context. Like this video for more updates. Because during an interview, Rocky was asked about the prospect of collaborating with his partner, prompting him to ask, "If me and my lady were to collab, what could we team up and just smash and go crazy on?" He told reporters he believed they did a phenomenal job collaborating to make children, calling them their absolute best creation so far. Now, pair that statement with the clip of him freezing mid-sentence the moment he hears her voice. Suddenly, you get a vivid portrait of a man completely in his feelings. Let's look closer at why the community wouldn't let this slide by. Tyler, the creator, reposted the video with zero caption, which coming from him, speaks absolute volumes. Over on social media, fans began pairing the footage with movie scenes of men falling in love at first sound. Someone made a GIF of the precise moment. Rocky's eyes went wide, and it instantly became the internet's go-to reaction for hearing something highly suspicious. A prominent photographer posted the new GIF online, urging fans to do their thing, and they certainly did. Within days, the viral clip was reacting to everything from basketball trades to political headlines to intense relationship drama. Rocky didn't just go viral, he became a cultural icon. Subscribe to our channel now, because what came next? While that laugh was just a lighthearted moment from a couple who clearly adore each other, what unfolded over the next 14 months would put his name under an intense national spotlight. The laughs would still come, but they would happen inside a courtroom, where the stakes were vastly different. The artist, facing up to 24 years in prison, made a jubilant leap into his partner's arms after the court read the official verdict. And once again, social media exploded. For the second time in a year, he gave the world a moment we couldn't stop watching. But this had a weight the Vegas clip never carried. This meant everything. To understand why that Formula One weekend mattered, you and I must go back to the beginning. Not just his music career, but his origin as a person, because those are two distinct stories running parallel, and they explain everything about how he moves through the world. He was born in Harlem, the kind of neighborhood where your environment shapes you, like it or not. His parents simply couldn't protect him from what went down on those streets. By his own account, he dealt drugs as a teenager just to survive. That is no metaphor. It is a harsh reality of his childhood. In 2006, he served 2 weeks on Rikers Island, sharing a cell with future artist Casanova. He was just a teenager. Rikers Island for 2 weeks, yet he emerged speaking about it, like a story he survived instead of a deep scar he carried. That bulletproof spirit, walking through the fire and emerging clean on the other side, discussing it with the calm of someone who has made peace with his past, is perhaps the key to understanding his character. It is why these viral moments land so perfectly. That laugh clip was hilarious, not embarrassing, because everyone who knows his history knows he has absolutely nothing to prove. When he gets caught off guard, it doesn't diminish him. It humanizes him, making him more relatable. That is a very specific type of earned authority. His music career shares that exact same energy. He and ASAP Ferg sat down in 2017, where Rocky opened up about catching a serious charge. He was just 16 in Harlem, landing in a juvenile detention. He discussed it with pure honesty. Like this video and subscribe to follow along as we uncover the truth. No martyrdom, just facts delivered with a grin that told us, I am here, and that prison did not break me. That interview instantly went viral because the contrast between his casual delivery and the actual severity of the situation created its own comedy. A$AP Ferg's blank stare, while Rocky recounted the whole ordeal, became a massive meme. It is a pattern. His rise through hip-hop was explosive. Stick with us as we unpack this. Once he found his footing, the momentum was terrifying. He went from Harlem mixtapes to drawing comparisons to Kanye West for his massive aesthetic ambition. He was not just making rap music. He created art that looked like something, felt like something, carrying a distinct visual philosophy that bridged fashion and art in ways this industry had never witnessed from a street artist. Before, we saw a deeply artistic, eccentric, and high-fashion side to his character, and he soon collaborated with legendary designers like Raf Simons and Jonathan Anderson in 2016, ultimately becoming the face of Dior Homme, the first person of color to represent that luxury menswear brand. Think about that, from Rikers Island at 16 to the face of Dior at 27. That trajectory is simply unheard of. By 2017, he was a front-row regular at major fashion shows for Calvin Klein, Gucci, Saint Laurent, and Dior. Since then, he has turned heads with bold, themed outfits at the prestigious Met Gala, essentially the Oscars of fashion. And trust me, Rocky was not just attending. He quickly became one of the most anticipated arrivals every single year. At a certain point, critics stopped asking what Rocky was doing in fashion and started wondering what fashion would do to keep up with Rocky. That is an entirely different league. If you love these deep dives, subscribe now. He has earned 2 Grammy nominations, 6 World Music Awards, 3 MTV Video Music Awards, and 2 MTV Europe Music Awards. Those accolades are incredibly real, but here is the honest truth about his legacy. His cultural influence far outpaces his actual chart numbers by a massive margin. There are countless modern rappers who openly admit he is why they started caring about their style. Major fashion houses even shifted their approach to streetwear simply because of how Rocky moved through their elite spaces. The culture was reshaped by him in ways streaming numbers cannot capture. And then, Rihanna entered the picture. It did not happen overnight. This was years in the making. In a 2024 Interview magazine cover story, the superstar and Fenty founder revealed their romance actually started as a close friendship after they collaborated on a remix of her 2011 single Cockiness Love It. That represents over a decade of intersecting circles before they went official. She noted that they shared the exact same vision for fashion and creativity, constantly running in those same circles. Eventually, they cautiously stepped out of the friend zone late in 2019. These were 2 of the most stylistically influential powerhouses in their respective worlds, orbiting each other for years before finally coming together. Once they went public, the union felt almost inevitable, like 2 massive planets finally settling into the exact same orbit. Then, on May 19, 2021, Rocky finally confirmed the relationship during a GQ interview, revealing he was in a relationship with Rihanna, calling her the absolute love of his life. That major profile was a massive cultural moment. Rocky spoke about her with a level of raw, open-faced sincerity that the rap industry rarely makes room for. He was not trying to be coy, he was not acting mysterious, and he did not play the typical private life card that stars usually use. He just declared it. She is the love of his life. Naturally, the internet, which had been shipping them for years, went absolutely wild. What followed was a wave of power couple energy that we rarely see in pop culture. Rihanna explained that the pandemic sped up their relationship, which she felt was a divine sign they needed because they were destined to start a family. That story feels like a movie, a global pandemic accelerating romance between 2 of the most famous icons on Earth. The result was a beautiful family, a major image shift, and a viral moment at a Formula One race where Rocky completely forgot how to function upon hearing her laugh. Like this video for more, but there was another narrative running alongside all this warmth and fame. A dark cloud building since November 2021, when a night in Hollywood went sideways in a way no one predicted. This trial actually had its roots back in high school in New York, when the Harlem-raised mayors met Terrell Efron, known as A$AP Relly, who would later testify that he introduced Rocky to a crew of young creators who called themselves A$AP, standing for Always Strive and Prosper. Just 2 kids from the same neighborhood, building an empire together only to watch it crumble. Rocky and Relly were once close friends, meeting in Harlem and forming the core of that legendary collective. But their bond soured, ultimately leading to that fateful November 2021 confrontation in Hollywood. We have seen it time and again. A fallout between former partners is always messier than a beef between strangers. There is just too much shared history, and this fallout did not end with a breakup. It ended with shell casings, police reports, and an intense courtroom battle where Rocky's entire future hung in the balance. As we watched Rocky laughing in Las Vegas back in November 2023, this trial was already shadowing his every move. He was arrested in April 2022 and hit with 2 counts of felony assault with a semi-automatic weapon. And if convicted, he faced up to 24 years in prison. Every single red carpet, every high-fashion event, every viral moment happened under the shadow of that massive number. 24 years. Compare that to his viral laugh, and suddenly, the lighthearted moment feels entirely different. Our team saw the rap community debating everything, not just the viral clips, but the trial, his accuser, loyalty, and what it meant for Rocky to be living large at a Formula One event. Make sure to subscribe to our channel as we analyze this case. Facing a 24-year sentence, some observers respected his absolute calm. Others questioned the optics, while most fans just wanted to know if he would finally drop the album. In September 2023, Rocky made fatherhood his absolute priority. "There are not enough hours on the clock now that I am a dad," he told Vogue. That statement, coming from a man who was one of the most influential stylists of an entire hip-hop generation, was its own kind of statement. He was not desperate for attention, refusing to panic roll an album like other fading artists do when their fame slips. He was parenting. And out in Nevada at a Formula One race with family, he heard his partner laugh and completely lost his train of thought. That is the family man we saw emerging in public. The massive contrast with what was waiting for him in a Los Angeles courtroom made this story impossible to ignore. When the high-stakes trial finally started in January 2025, our entire industry went silent and listened closely. This was no minor celebrity trial. We were watching one of the biggest rap stars in the world sitting in a Los Angeles court, facing charges that could end his career before the gavel even dropped. The trial date got pushed back to January 21st, 2025, and in a massive twist for Los Angeles County courts, the judge allowed news cameras to broadcast almost the entire legal proceeding. That decision to allow cameras changed how we covered this story. Suddenly, it was not just journalists and legal blogs reporting the daily updates. It was the entire internet watching everything unfold in real time. Let us look at the judge. Superior Court Judge Mark Arnold, a former deputy, had a sharp, direct style. In an uncommon move for Los Angeles courts, he let cameras capture almost the whole trial, stating he believed the public to see how justice works. That quote proved to be deeply poetic, because what we actually witnessed in court was a deeply human drama. A story about broken friendship, shattered loyalty, and a man fighting for his freedom while his partner sat watching in the gallery. As we reported, Rocky faced 2 serious felony charges: assault with a semi-automatic weapon. This stemmed from a November 2021 incident where a former childhood friend claimed the star shot at him in Hollywood, grazing his knuckles. This testimony was the backbone of the state's case. We learned a bitter feud developed after Rocky achieved global fame, boiling over in Hollywood when the accuser claimed Rocky fired 3 or 4 shots, grazing his knuckles. The prosecution leaned heavily on that dramatic testimony, security footage playing the audio of gunshots, and on the physical evidence. But the defense had an answer for absolutely everything. Rocky's legal team, led by Joe Tacopina, brought an audacious counter-argument. Tacopina aggressively attacked the accuser's credibility throughout the entire trial, arguing that Rocky only carried a prop gun that night. They claimed it was a harmless prop sourced straight from the set of the DMB music video he filmed with Rihanna in July 2021, a music video prop gun that was their defense. And it worked, not because it was easy to believe, but because prosecutors could not prove beyond any reasonable doubt that the gun fired anything other than blank rounds. Our team noted the defense witnesses maintained the prop fired harmless blanks, and jurors received instructions that they could acquit Rocky if he acted in self-defense. This self-defense argument gave the jury a logical path that the prop gun defense alone lacked. It was not just that the gun was harmless, but that his actions were completely justified. Tacopina masterfully threaded that needle for 3 weeks. If you found this update engaging, please smash that like button. They also played audio of someone sounding like Relly negotiating a payout to drop the charges. But Relly argued that the tape was completely fake. That is a massive detail. If jurors believed it was real, it painted him not as a victim, but as someone treating a serious criminal case like a cheap bargaining chip. True or not, it planted doubt. It forced everyone to ask what his true motives really were. The defense lawyers went even further, branding the accuser a pathological liar who repeatedly lied under oath. The entire hip-hop community watched this drama closely. This was never just a trial. It was a true referendum on trust, what happens when a legendary brotherhood falls apart, and how the legal system treats rap icon. If you are following this, make sure to like and subscribe as other top artists tuned in daily. They were posting, reacting, and commenting. Group chats and hip-hop podcasts everywhere were completely obsessed with it. People wondered who to trust, if the weapon mattered, and what would happen to as soon as possible Relly next. Remember, Rocky and Rihanna were close friends and creative partners for 10 years before dating. Rihanna showing up in court made the stakes feel real. She was not hiding behind statements from a publicist, nor was she keeping her distance. She was there, supporting her longtime partner. The superstar couple shared 2 young sons, RZA and Riot, who actually attended earlier court dates. Bringing toddlers to a criminal trial shows a level of family devotion that felt intense. Watching your partner fight for his freedom in front of a jury is something that resonated with everyone. Rocky rejected a plea deal that would have spared him prison, opting to plead not guilty without testifying. As editors, we know staying off the stand is a standard legal strategy, but to the public, it looked entirely different. Many observers viewed it as a sign of complete confidence in his legal defense. Others figured his lawyer, Joe Tacopina, wanted a clean case without risking cross-examination on the stand. Regardless, it meant 3 weeks of courtroom drama passed without Rocky speaking a single word. Given his massive public status, that silence felt like a heavy burden he had to carry throughout this entire high-stakes process. Then, on February 18, 2025, the verdict dropped after 3 long weeks of testimony. The world watched closely through media cameras allowed inside. If you want more updates, remember to subscribe now. The jury had weighed everything, from the prop gun defense to Relly's testimony and the security camera footage. After deliberating, they reached a decision. Rocky was acquitted on both of those major felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. The Los Angeles jury cleared him of all those serious shooting allegations involving his former close friend, Terrell Efron, known as Soon as Possible Relly, following their 2021 clash. Not guilty. The courtroom erupted. Rocky, who had spent weeks sitting silently and keeping his composure as instructed, let go. He had been visibly tense waiting for his fate, but the moment the decision came down, he reacted. He leaped straight into the arms of his partner, Rihanna. Once she realized they won, she held him. If you love these updates, hit that like button. That dramatic leap over the court divider was unforgettable. Facing up to 24 years in prison, Rocky threw himself over the partition and into Rihanna's arms. All the stress, anxiety, and pent-up tension of the trial was released in that single hug. That picture immediately broke the internet, carrying a massive emotional weight that fans around the world could feel. It was not just funny, it was pure relief. Then came the memes. Social media went wild with hilarious jokes, comparing his leap to famous viral moments of the past. Commentators and fans alike were sharing the clip, making it the top trending topic on our feed. Fans quickly drew wild comparisons, likening his high-flying courtroom stunt to that infamous Nevada leap from 2024. Others joked that he looked like a pro wrestler launching off the ropes after securing a massive, career-defining championship victory. Someone even posted a photo of Superman flying through the air with a caption celebrating his acquittal. Another fan joked that he basically tackled his girl, which was easily one of the funniest reactions to the moment. Let's be real, that embrace was not gentle. It was a high-speed, full-body tackle from a man who avoided decades in prison. Rihanna caught him effortlessly, which speaks volumes. This is the same woman who stood by his side through every court date. She stayed solid from day one, proving her loyalty. Let us know your thoughts below, and subscribe for more. After that famous courtroom leap, he made it. Following his acquittal, Rocky thanked the jurors, saying, "Thanks for saving my life." Our team analyzed that statement. He did not say vindicating me, but literally saving my life. we know that is exactly what was at stake. 24 years of prison is a lifetime. 2 sons without a father. Rihanna would be parenting alone. We would have seen his career, his massive Puma deals, all of it evaporate. Every Met Gala and fashion partnership ruined. But as commentators, we saw this acquittal spark more than just viral meme. It triggered a major debate about his status in the culture. The timing of this legal victory is absolutely wild. This acquittal arrives right at his career peak. Our team confirms he was scheduled to headline the massive Rolling Loud Festival in Los Angeles and co-chair the Met Gala featuring the theme of superfine black style, tailorings, plus a lead role next to Denzel Washington in the upcoming Spike Lee film, Highest to Lowest. All those massive opportunities hung on that single verdict. We can clearly see the contrast of what could have been versus what actually lay ahead. As editors, we know this intense gap forces the entire hip-hop community to reflect. The discussions exploding on social media and podcasts are deep. Please like and subscribe as we break this case down. Critics debated the legal merits, scrutinized the presented evidence, and questioned if justice was truly served here. Others focused on Ray, analyzing what his future looks like now after pushing a serious case that fell apart. Remember, Rocky still faces a $30 million civil lawsuit from Ray, so this saga is far from over. Despite the civil battle, the criminal acquittal was what saved his actual freedom, which we know matters most. The rap industry reacted immediately. More analytical commentators highlighted what this trial means for media coverage in court. Having cameras broadcast every second changed everything, allowing the entire world to watch the drama unfold live. Once free, Rocky posted 3 simple words on social media. Don't Be Dumb, his long-delayed album title. After 3 grueling weeks of trial, 3 years of legal battles, a viral laugh, a courtroom leap, and raising 2 toddlers with a 3rd baby on the way. Those 3 words cleverly encoded his entire complex situation. Peers in the industry immediately got the message. Suddenly, his upcoming music was the center of public attention again. We recall he has been teasing this project for ages. Back in 23, he dropped Same Problems as the opening teaser for the album. But the constant release delays have been absolutely brutal. Recording sessions got derailed by court dates, completely stalling his creative momentum. Just when we thought a release was near, legal issues intervened. Then, in December 2025, teasers revealed the Tim Burton-designed cover art, aiming for a January 16, 2026 launch. And, the next month, he shared a preview of the Punk Rocky video, which he directed himself, alongside major stars like Winona Ryder and creative legends. That is far more than an album rollout. It's a cinematic experience. We are watching him treat hip-hop like pure, high-budget fine art. Next came the striking second track, Helicopter, which drops soon, on January 12th, alongside a stunning visual. Our team noticed the entire industry instantly paying close attention. We are looking at a creator who faced 3 long years of prison time. Yet, the moment he gets his freedom back, he drops an ambitious, beautiful, and boundary-pushing masterpiece. That is a highly unique statement of identity. Meanwhile, that viral laugh clip, which has been endlessly edited by online creators and shared everywhere as a classic reaction meme, suddenly gained a deeper meaning under our editorial spotlight. When you and I connected back to the trial, the contrast is clear. The guy distracted by Rihanna laughing in a busy room is the exact same person who endured 3 weeks of intense court testimony regarding his darkest moments without showing fear. He maintained total focus, but channeled it in very different ways. Then came the massive fashion event of the year. Our coverage tracked how he co-chaired the prestigious gala where he and Rihanna announced baby number 3. It was a massive moment on the red carpet. After the arrests, the trial, and weeks of non-stop media attention, they proudly stepped out to drop this massive news. Our editorial team confirmed the couple shared their 3rd pregnancy at the 2025 Met Gala. The visuals are completely cinematic. He is not hiding away from the public as we watch him expand in every way. Like and subscribe for more rap news and exposed to constant public scrutiny. Let's examine how the culture reacted to their latest pregnancy news, showing a rare level of support. Hit that like button if you support this incredible power couple. They kept their dignity intact. Rihanna sat in that tense courtroom with their kids, posting prayers of hope. When the final verdict dropped, her official page read, "The glory belongs to God alone, humbled by His mercy." This was no public relations stunt. That is a mother who was genuinely terrified of losing her partner and completely relieved. They welcomed their baby girl, Rocky Irish Mayers, in September 2025, making 3 kids. Now they have a not guilty verdict, a sealed record, major film projects, and a Met Gala co-chair spot. But throughout all of it, and we truly mean absolutely all of it, one detail stands out. The internet keeps sharing that 8-second video of Rocky pausing a live interview just to hear Rihanna laugh. That is the thing about Rocky's viral moments. They are never staged. The famous courtroom jump was completely unscripted. Reflecting on parenthood, he once described welcoming their first baby, saying it was thrilling because you simply cannot prepare for what lies ahead. We were laughing and cracking jokes the entire time she was in labor, he recalled. This raw connection is how they really are, and we love seeing these candid moments online. You can't help but laugh along. But in another recent interview, Rocky addressed a terrifying threat where an armed suspect fired over 10 rounds from an assault rifle into their Los Angeles mansion, with their 3 children inside. It was incredibly disturbing, the rapper admitted. He admitted that someone tried to harm his family, stripping away their peace of mind and basic sense of safety. That's the dark reality those cute videos hide. A viral video lasts 8 seconds, but the actual burden of being a global celebrity with a family to protect is very real. A name brings both fame and serious danger, yet online platforms rarely focus on these complex issues. Social media prefers quick highlights, and Rocky has certainly provided some truly iconic moments. These viral scenes stick with the culture forever, like the photographer who collapsed trying to follow him, or his eyes going wide when he hears her voice, and that jump into Rihanna's arms. These are the defining images that shape how the general public views his entire persona, and they are accurate. They capture his true self, though they don't reveal his full journey. Other artists, however, understand the deeper reality because the hip-hop industry is a very tight-knit circle. We all know the high stakes of his recent trial and what that final acquittal truly meant. So when peers reshared his courtroom jump or made funny posts about those viral interview clips, it was pure celebration. The community was honoring a brother who didn't just survive an intense trial, but emerged stronger alongside his family. Subscribe for more updates as we follow their inspiring story. That represents a very rare and beautiful talent, having the innate ability to invite everyone to share in your joy rather than mocking you. Rocky never tried to act superior or hide behind a cold, distant shield. He speaks openly about his children, his relationship, and his love for fatherhood and press runs. He pauses interviews for her, sheds tears in court, and jumps for joy when freed. And the entire community, instead of weaponizing this vulnerability, embraces his honesty and preserves these beautiful moments online forever. But this triumphant story does not end there. His career and family life keep moving forward, reaching new heights with even greater legal victories. A judge recently granted his petition to seal his entire criminal case. This followed his total acquittal regarding allegations of discharging a semi-automatic weapon during a dispute. His records are now fully sealed. The database entries tracking his 2022 arrest are gone, completely wiped from public search engines. His defense attorney, Joe Tacopina, confirmed this. Monumental news, stating that court officials sealed the case files following a formal request from their legal team, submitted after his major win. The 2022 arrest record has also vanished from the official sheriff's department website. This is a massive legal victory that goes far beyond a symbolic gesture. This clean slate ensures his past cannot haunt his high-profile career or future background checks ever again. Public databases are just waiting to be screenshotted for future headlines. For an icon like him, we know who builds massive brands, acts in movies, commands fashion, runways, and secures major corporate deals, corporate partnerships. The fallout of any legal ceiling is absolutely massive. We see Rocky filing a separate motion to expunge his DNA, scheduled for later according to court dockets. Even that biological evidence is going through a formal purging process. This legal cleanup was incredibly thorough. Takina has also represented other big hip-hop figures like Meek Mill and YG, which tells us everything about this elite industry circle. The very same heavy-hitting attorney who guides major rap figures through legal storms stood up to fight for Rocky's freedom. As observers, we see an industry interconnected in ways that both help and complicate everything. The sheer resources at his elite level, a Joe Tacopina, a 3-week jury trial, a camera-friendly judge, or privileges not everyone in hip-hop gets. If you appreciate this report, subscribe to our channel. That is the quiet conversation we are hearing alongside the fan celebrations. As the court drama wrapped up, his creative machine was already spinning. As an actor, Mayers secured a massive role in Spike Lee's Highest 2, lowest beside Denzel Washington in 2025. A movie starring Rocky and Denzel, directed by Spike Lee. We are not looking at a mere footnote here. This is a whole new era. He is co-starring in Highest 2, lowest opposite Denzel Washington, transitioning from hip-hop star to respected Hollywood actor in a major studio project. Under a legendary director alongside an icon, we are witnessing an incredible pivot that very few musicians ever pull off. Most rap stars who try acting land small franchise cameos, with Denzel Washington in a Spike Lee film. In August 2025, he released the tracks Both Eyes Closed and Trunks for the Highest to Lowest soundtrack, where he also played a supporting role. So, he acts and provides the music, converging both worlds into one project. Hit like if you find this career move impressive. This is the strategy of an artist building a real legacy instead of simply maintaining a basic rap career. The music, the film roles, the fashion, our team sees it all, pointing to one creative path. An artist using every medium to express a singular, bold vision. In January 2026, news broke that Mayers was announced as a headliner for the June 7th closing of the multi-day 2026 Governor's Ball Music Festival, which is set for Flushing Meadows Corona Park. He is closing out the massive festival. He is back in New York, the very city that raised him, a place holding both Harlem and Rikers Island, in every phase of his journey. We cannot help but notice the profound, full-circle poetry in this booking, which is obvious to everyone watching. Meanwhile, those signature viral moments keep rolling in, just as we expect. The couple welcomed their third child, daughter Rocky Irish Mayers, in September 2025. That iconic pregnancy, revealed on the Grand Met Gala red carpet, resulted in a beautiful baby girl, given the ultimate name Rocky. Naturally, the internet flooded social media with opinions, as it always does, but even the memes were incredibly warm. At this stage, the culture feels deeply connected to this family, in a rare way that most high-profile stars fail to achieve. And that famous laughing clip? It never truly fades. It makes a massive comeback every time we cover a new chapter of his story. Someone unearths the video, shares it, and the comment sections light up with pure, nostalgic joy. Fans who have watched it 20 times still hit play because of how his expression shifts in those brief 8 seconds. He goes from intense focus to utter confusion, then to a massive grin. It remains the most genuine, unfiltered, famous footage we have seen in years. There are no filters, no public relations teams, just a partner instantly recognizing his love's laugh across a loud room, totally forgetting the interview he was giving. The power couple ruled that entire star-studded Las Vegas weekend, constantly generating headlines. But saying they delivered viral moments totally understates the actual reality. They were not trying to perform for us, they simply lived openly, and we could not look away. That is the difference. Content feels forced, whereas they are just showing us their genuine connection, unfolding in front of the lens. The result is always incredibly heartwarming and real. Drop a comment below if you agree. It is both hilarious and sweet. As editors, we find his standing in the rap community worth examining closely because it takes a very specific, beloved figure to inspire this unique type of cultural joy and lighthearted comedy. It is not the laugh of someone being clowned, but of pure recognition. When Tyler, the creator, posted that clip without any caption, he was not dunking on Rocky. He was acknowledging a truth that anyone who has ever loved instantly recognizes. When fans compare his wild courtroom leap to a wrestler clearing the ropes, they are not diminishing what that moment actually cost. They are celebrating that relief in the only language that works at internet scale, which is the language of absurdity. Hit subscribe, because Rocky has always occupied a unique space where he can be both extremely cool and extremely human at the same time, without either quality undermining the other. That is incredibly rare. Some rappers cultivate an untouchable persona so thoroughly that any slight slip or moment of genuine humanity reads as vulnerability. Their brand simply cannot absorb. But Rocky's image was always built on something far more flexible. He has an artistic, eccentric, dandified quality, making him the first person of color to represent Dior Homme. Yet, he is also a man from Harlem who spent 2 weeks at Rikers as a teenager and talks about it openly. Those two worlds coexist without any contradiction. And that coexistence is exactly why these viral moments land so perfectly. They are consistent with who he is, never breaking his character, but completing it. The internet laughing at Rocky is just the internet loving Rocky. If you love these breakdowns, hit subscribe. Meanwhile, other artists cannot stop rewatching these clips. Bringing them up in interviews and podcasts are not throwing shade. They are doing what the hip-hop community always does when one of its own navigates something intense and comes out the other side, still able to smile. They are laughing with him because what else can you do when a man faces down 24 years, walks out of a courtroom free, and lands in his partner's arms, announces a third child at the Met Gala, drops an album with a Tim Burton cover, and gets cast opposite Denzel Washington, all while becoming the star of the greatest reaction gif of the decade. You simply have to laugh. That is all you can do. So, where does Rocky stand now? A judge recently granted his petition to seal his criminal case records. This legal shadow had hung over him for years, threatening to derail his life and career, before becoming the backdrop for one of the most watched acquittals in recent music history. The superstar couple revealed their third pregnancy at the 2025 Met Gala. By September, Mayers and Rihanna's third child, a baby girl, was born. The album is out. The movie is out. The record is sealed, and the family is growing. Those heavy headlines that ran for years, arrest, trial, verdict, and acquittal, have yielded to better headlines. Like this video, as we follow his premieres, album rollouts, and festival, headlining slots, and a brand new daughter. Yet somewhere in all of it, there is still that viral 8-second clip. Rocky, mid-sentence, that sudden laugh from off-camera, his eyes going wide. What the fuck is that? What was that? It is still living on every social platform, reposted every time someone in a relationship wants to communicate that exact feeling. Your favorite person's voice cutting right through the background noise of everything else, and making you completely forget where you are. Rocky accidentally created the most relatable piece of celebrity content in years at a Formula One event, in a room full of cameras, without trying to do anything but answer a question. That is the viral moment other artists cannot stop laughing at. Not because it is embarrassing, but because it is real, because it is Rocky. The man who stopped mid-sentence for a laugh just survived a trial that could have taken everything away. He came out the other side laughing harder, giving our culture a story that runs the full range from an 8-second gif to a 3-week courtroom drama and back again. The internet has seen plenty of wild celebrity moments, but few hold together this well across the board.